hey, it's the Spyderco Positron. The best flipping Spyderco I've ever had. And I mean flipping is in actually flipping, because this one, made by Brad Southard, is just exceptional. It feels like a automatic knife, or a speed safe or spring assisted knife. It is far better at flipping than my Spyderco Mantra. It's far better flipping than my Lion Steel TRE. It's far better flipping than, geez, and most other knives I've had so far. It is a really, really good flipping knife. I think it's probably in combination with the tab, and the detent is really, really making it happen effortlessly. Just even a gentle pullback from my finger just smashed it out. What a great knife. I put this knife up. I didn't get this knife. I could have got this, or I got the Mantra. I don't regret my decision, because there's a couple of things about this knife that, it loses out to the Mantra. It's made of S30V steel, and it's a bit thicker and chunkier, and frankly weirder than the Mantra. The Mantra is the ultimate safe flipper. It's a Delica with a flipper in it. Slightly different blade shape, whatnot, and M4 steel. Safest flipping knife ever. For this one, it's a bit more dangerous, but if you like that element of danger, then this is definitely going to please you. I read a couple of reviews that were like, oh, it's still fat in your pocket. Like, really? I know the Enduro is pretty thin, but who really cares about that much extra thickness? It's got the Spyderco wire pocket clip, which is good, Spyderco's best clip. It's very, very thin this way, across here. And it is so light. Let's weigh this. This is pure CF. This isn't that peel ply stuff. People, this is pure CF. Oh man, that's a nice flipping knife. It is 74 grams. 74 grams. It's still not as light as the Delica, for sure. Well, that's the Cali. It's not as light as the Delica at 66 grams, but it does a very similar thing in terms of just day-to-day use. It's a full flat ground 3-inch blade. Blade's a little bit longer, which, it's good, bad, is it? The actual functional cutting edge is probably about the same, because as some people have pointed out, and this is, it's a weird thing, but they've got this sort of, the ricasso joins into this weird, like, the grind line just, they say that it, your stuff's going to get stuck up and hung up on that grind line. I guess it would if you were cutting cheese, but if you're just doing your everyday carry tasks, you're probably not going to have too many worries. But that's a gripe. It's a nitpick. It's a very Nick Shabazz thing to point out, and Nick did point it out, and he's absolutely right. It'd be better to not do that, but geez, it doesn't break the knife for me at all. I think it's really, really nice. I like how the knife is kind of rounded and fits in your hand really, really well. You can't choke up on it. I mean, you sort of can, but it's not wise to. There's no after flipper choil particularly. There's a sharpening choil, which is good, but good lock accessibility. I mean, what more do you want from a flipper knife? I guess it'd be nicer to have a super steel in it, better than S30V. Not that S30V is bad, but you got pure carbon fiber, which is what adds the price. And I know it's just a man-made material, but sculpting and rounding and doing all that stuff to carbon fiber does put the price up. So you're going to pay about $300 for one of these in Australia, maybe 275 to 300. Same as a Mantra, really, but the Mantra, your M4 steel titanium frame. Much of a muchness, in my opinion, but there you go. So the Spyderco Positron, if I didn't already have a couple of flipper knives, I'd probably get this one too. It's up there with the Lion Steel, up there with the Mantra, up there with the ZT0909, up there with the Rook P801 for sure, in terms of how well it actually flips. And just using comfortability, I really can't knock it that hard. I think it's just really, really nice. I'm not sure how much longer they'll make this knife for. I don't know how well it's sold. To be honest, I wouldn't mind if they got rid of that odd line there, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's one of those things. But really, to have in your hand, it's not going to be the fullest grip in the world, but I can get all four of my fairly large-sized hand fingers on there. Not too problems. There's not too many problems at all. Why is it when people make a mistake, they just go overboard and go rah, 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 or something like that? That's just what I did just now. Anyway, this little walkthrough of these Spyderco knives I'm doing at the moment, they're all just being lent to me, so I haven't really intensely used them. So it really is just to show off the blade. But the Positron here, I really, really like. I like how it's flat. I like they've gone no spider hole, no big spider hole anyway. They've got some mild jimping here, which is frankly a little bit useless, but it doesn't detract from the knife. They've just got the best elements in play. They've got the wire clip, they've got a really good flipping action, they've got a full flat ground blade that is nice and thin still, they've got a really lightweight. I don't know really how much you can knock them out. It's definitely not the C-grade knife that people are sort of making it out to be. It really got a fair bit of heat from everyone. I'm not sure if there were some technical issues, but this one is lovely. Anyway, that's the Spyderco Positron. I'll just put it next to a Endura to show you how small it is, or big it is, or whatnot. Yeah, it's a small knife. Next to the Para. It's a small knife in the Para, so it's good for everyday carry, without a doubt. It's light, it's fast, it's got a good steel, not a great steel, but it's not going to cause you any problems, I don't think. As long as you treat it well and don't use it to cut down trees, anything like that. The Positron, I think, is a great design. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, dudes. I will see you in the next Spyderco video. There's about 6 of them, so bear with me. Thanks, bye.